I'll be making my official announcement of my retirement from football.
Hey, what up? It's your boy Mundo. Welcome to my channel. Make sure to like and subscribe one time for your boy. Today we're gonna talk about a trending topic that I saw online. Everybody talking about is Julian Edelman Hall of Famer? Is he not? I think a lot of people don't think he's a Hall of Famer because he's never been to a Pro Bowl. He's never had an All Pro selection, right? So I'm thinking like, why has he not had this when he's had so much success in the NFL? I think about it's because he doesn't put up a lot of big stats, a lot of like eye-popping stats. It's just his stats really are regular. And I was thinking like, why is that? And do stats really matter in the long run? I personally don't follow stats because I watch sports and I know better. And there's tons of examples out there where stats are just overblown and they don't really mean anything. Like if you look at the 2019 season, where five of the top yards leaders were Jameis, Dak, Goff, Rivers, and Ryan. And that year, the records for these people were went 7-9, Dak went 8-8, Goff went 9-7, Rivers went 5-11, and Ryan went 7-9. And pretty much all the teams were like mediocre and they weren't that good. So I was thinking like, why is that? I think it's because when you play from behind, you just start throwing all these meaningless garbage yards. They don't impact anything. And the defense you're playing against they're probably third string. Like they don't care at that point. So you're able to just put up yards and it doesn't really mean anything. Even if you look at some greats, I know Calvin Johnson's a really great player, but in 2011, he put up the second most yards of his career. And I looked up the stats. His team was 8 out of the 16 times his team was behind going into the fourth quarter. And 2012 was when he put up his most yards and actually broke the record for NFL. He almost got 2,000 yards total, and his team was ahead going to the fourth quarter 4 out of 16 times, and that's crazy. And if you're down, you just start throwing yards, and it doesn't mean anything. I'm not saying he's not good, but I'm just saying like that's what happens in the NFL. So you can't take that stuff too seriously. Also, Edelman played for one of the best franchises. You all know he was a Patriot, so Patriots are never coming from behind. Well, of course they are, but it's rare. Like if you look at his best season, 2019, this is where he had his most yards. They were up going to the fourth quarter, 10 out of the 16 games. Like that's what he was working with. And y'all know how Bill is. If they're playing against a team who's not good at running the ball, they're not going to throw a lot. He doesn't even care if they have Brady or not. Like, they're not going to throw the ball. That's not what they're going to do. There's also a lot of examples. Like, if you look at Lamar Jackson 2019 season, his MVP season, like, you had games where he would throw for like 180 yards, but every one of them yards would go towards scoring either a field goal or a kick. So I call that really effective yards, and I think those are way better than somebody who goes 400 yards and they're coming back and they've thrown themselves out the game, and I just think I don't know what to do with that. So pretty much, if you look at his career, he's had a bunch of big moments, been to 4 Super Bowls, won 3. He's an effective player. He won a Super Bowl MVP. He's also had few big catches in the game, so he's there when you need him. He's what I call a reliable receiver. That's why I value him. Personally, I don't think he's a first ballot or whatever, but I do think he should make it eventually and get in there. So, I mean, a bunch of people have been saying he's not, but let me know what y'all think.